Happy Friday, everyone. We are at Jura today for Fèis 2024. Jura Distillery is one of the biggest names in whiskey, actually.
Absolutely.
And an amazing place to be. Ross, is this your been here before?
My first time on the island, and Fèis is not just about Islay. We're going to try a 15-year-old bourbon single cask. Let's go and try it.
Gonna be great.
Sounds good.
So today is Fèis Friday, but obviously Fèis Ìle is more than just Islay. So we're delighted to be here at Jura Distillery, obviously on the Island of Jura, with Graham, the very new distillery manager. Thank you very much for joining us and having us along. How have you found your first, was it a couple of weeks?
This is week 6. This is week
sure.
6 in the role. It's been excellent. The Islanders have been incredibly welcoming. It's been great to spend a bit of time at the distillery. Really quite quirky distillery, done a different way that I've ever seen in any other distillery.
You've got quite a long history of distilling up in Speyside. You're from Speyside yourself.
Yes, that's right.
All sorts of different distilleries, big production. But this is probably the biggest brand that you've. What's it been like moving from your home to an island like this that's so iconic in Scotch whisky?
Well, it's huge. Like you say, it is such a huge brand to be part of the #1 in the UK. It's huge for a really small distillery on a really hard to get to location, and it to be the #1 in the UK. There's a lot of distilleries out there,
of course.
So it's great.
You're enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I think it's the Jura brand is a real achievement, because we were talking off camera. For many people, it's a great gateway to whiskey, because any supermarket in the UK, there's 4 or 5 at least different expressions.
Yeah, it's always been affordable, and it's always offered maybe something slightly different in terms of cask finishes or experimenting with stuff that maybe people haven't seen before.
Yeah, I remember
peated spirit and unpeated spirit.
Yeah, when I was
as well.
first getting into whiskey, I remember it was the superstition era.
Yeah.
So you had superstition was lightly peated, prophecy heavily peated, the 16, which is a bit heavier, and then the 10-year-old origin, I think, which is like the sort of gentler one.
And it kind of meant that I think a lot of people that, again, were new to whiskey, or people who had a palate for whiskey that wanted to try something new, were able to try a kind of full range of something. We're delighted to be in here in a kind of maturation room as well. There's nothing like drinking whiskey around a cask, and we have quite a special release that we're trying today as well.
Yeah, so
this is the Fèis Ìle release of 2024, here on Jura Day. So we managed to escape the kind of madness out there, but tell us a little bit about what you've released this year, Graham.
So this one, it's from a bourbon cask, and it's a 15-year-old, completely done on site. So the wax you see on the top, the tag you see to release the wax, the cork and the liquid inside, and the labelling, all done on site by our own brand team. So the liquid you see here hasn't left the distillery. It's been made in Jura, went into a cask on Jura, and then bottled in Jura, and it's going to be exclusively sold on Jura on the 31st.
That's perfect.
That's amazing.
And I suppose in a whiskey from just in a bourbon cask, there's no gimmicks with that.
No.
So there's going to be a lot of distillery character for people who perhaps haven't had Jura before, that want to try it without sherry influence or French oak or any of these things. This is
as Jura as it gets.
What is Jura character to you?
So this is what you see. What you get is, as we say, Jura as you get it. Bourbon cask, so 99.9% all the liquid here goes into a bourbon cask for the duration of its maturation life. We will sometimes change it to finish. This one hasn't been done.
You sometimes get peated whiskey. Is this one peated, unpeated?
1 month a year we tend to do. It's a bit of a taboo subject, because a lot of people think you're on Islay, you're getting a peated whiskey.
On West Coast.
Jura isn't a peated whiskey. So 1 month a year, so kind of 1/12 of the year is the only time we'll use peated malt, and we'll do a small release on that. And the rest of the time, it's all on just normal malt, no peat in it at all.
Yeah.
So we're making a very light character here, a very fruity character, and because of the location of the warehouses, you're getting coastal notes through it, because and the warehouses are staggered up the hill, so you'll find on warehouse 1, where we're at just now, is quite low as well, so you'll get strong
more coastal influence. It's a whiskey and a brand and a distillery that I've spoken about with people from all over the world, and we always talk about the island, and obviously there's not many people here. We're just over 200 people, and they say over 5,000 stag, and so if people don't know about Jura, it's just a place it's incredibly hard to get to, but it's well worth the effort. This was really exciting for me, because I like the bourbon cask, unpeated style of whiskey is kind of my style. 55.5%. a natural colour as well. So this is all the integrity. So I'll crack this open because I know we're desperate
I
to
suppose
try
it's
it.
everything that people would look for in a Fèis bottle, like something that's, you know, that true distillery character. Bourbon cask, you say, is always great, and something that's, you know, maybe not a collectible, but something a little bit special that you can't just buy.
It looks great as well. It looks absolutely fantastic. Do we know roughly how many bottles has been released of this?
There's going to be approximately 200.
Wow.
So it's probably,
What an opportunity, you know?
Yeah, I think obviously we've been to a lot of distilleries, trying a lot of Fèis releases. This is probably the most limited that we've had. I think it's been some which have been a couple of thousand, which doesn't feel particularly exclusive or special, but this is proper limited.
There's a real charm, and you know, Fèis Ìle is such a fantastic festival for you to be a part of. And there is a real charm of you come on the day, you make that extra effort, you come and visit. You know, it's a small place, so this is so important for the island. This distillery, it probably employs, you know, so many people in the island, and etc. etc. So let's have a wee taste. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
It's a pleasure to try
Thank you
it.
so much for having us.
Yeah.
Cheers.
On the nose. That's really fresh.
Yeah,
really
inviting.
fresh. And loads of that kind of bourbon, like fresh. Again, maybe a little bit of coastal influence that you said as well. Yeah.
Coastal, don't you? Come through.
Yeah, it's got a nice tingle on the finish actually. I think it's got that like depth to it that you can tell it's had a good amount of time in good casks as well. It's not spirity. It's not
first fill bourbon.
Yeah, lots of kind of soft, sweet, sort of vanilla flavours for me.
It's really fresh. I mean, it is like, it's so light and crisp. You get a little bit, honestly, in the nose, you don't get much of the alcohol at all, even at 55.5%. I'll add a wee bit of water, but initially I really like it. Yellow fruits, let's say apples and pears, and as you say, a little bit sweeter as well. It's quite, it's one of those things, you've come from a region notorious for light, easygoing, sweet whiskey and Fèis Ìle, and you've actually got something that's kind of fits that profile here in the Jura. I'll add a wee bit of water. Yeah, I'll add a wee bit of water.
Just done in the Jura way, a completely different way, where you're getting 2 mashes into 1 fermentation.
Yeah, I know you like a bit of water, Ross.
I do add quite a bit of water. I like a wee bit of whiskey in my water normally. That
Changes the drink, totally.
And so, in terms of what you're doing here at Jura, it's so hard to get the wood over and to get. It's such a, for people that don't understand and people haven't heard it, it's very old school, it's very traditional, and getting this kind of authentic presentation of your bottle is quite special, I think.
The worry is putting it away to get bottled, it would come back half smashed.
This is it.
The lap's not on
it's
properly.
It's very rare you hear of something that's all done on one site, you know? But yeah, what a pleasure to try this, gentlemen. Really interesting liquid.
Yeah, with a touch of water, it sort of opens up.
It mellows down.
nicely.
It mellows down for sure. Again, lots of citrus now on the palate. It's just clean bourbon cask whiskey.
Yeah.
Really light and fresh.
Nice sort of honey notes for me actually.
I'll try a little bit
nice.
of water in it, like it. Normally wouldn't be my go-to.
The best just to pour it in, I think, because this
Normally
is easy.
wouldn't be my go-to a bit of water, because it's made with water, but
It's looking like a true distillery manager.
enough in it to start with, but we'll
Aye.
give it a go.
It's just one of those
It
things.
does change it.
Aye, it
It
does.
mellows it out, just makes it
Yeah.
a little bit more smooth.
Yeah, it's a nice sort of like white chocolate character coming through for me. It's very, very pleasant, with and without actually. I think we always say, you know, whiskey that takes water well turns into a great value bottle. So it's really, really good.
Yeah, I think obviously the Jura is also owned by White Mackay, and they're so well known for, you know, the prestige and even brands like the Dalmore and Tam the Bull and Jura making great liquid, but it's so affordable, and this is really nice to try something that's quite special. So an absolute pleasure, gentlemen.
Thanks so much for having us.
Cheers. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
As genuine as it gets. Through Jura.
Okay, folks, that is a wrap for Fèis Friday. We've had a lovely time here at the Isle of Jura Distillery, having a lovely 15-year-old single bourbon cask expression.
Yeah.
You had a good day, Ross?
Fantastic day. First time on the island. What a pleasure to get to speak to Graham as well, obviously the new distillery manager here, and try something genuinely quite unique from Jura.
Yeah, it's a really lovely dram, an amazing place to be. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tomorrow we are off back to Islay for our big day, which is going to be spectacular, you could say.
You could
so
say.
stay tuned, it's going to be really great, and we will catch you then.